Most of us probably think we're pretty good at understanding people. I mean, it feels like a basic human skill, doesn't it? But what if I told you there's this profound, almost life-changing art to really seeing others? An art that most of us are completely missing out on. Well, today we're going to dive into what that art actually looks like. No, I'm serious. Take a second. Think about the last conversation you had, maybe with a stranger, a colleague, or even your partner. How truly confident are you that you knew what they were actually thinking and feeling deep down? Okay, you might want to brace yourself for this one. A researcher named William Ickes found that when strangers get to know each other, they're only about 20% accurate at guessing what the other person is thinking. Just 20%. And get this, even with our close friends and family, it only bumps up to about 35%. That is a huge empathy gap, and it just shows how much we're all missing. But here's the good news. We can get so much better at this. So, how do we close that gap? Well, let's build the ultimate toolkit, shall we? We're going to use David Brooks' amazing book, How to Know a Person, as our guide. And to make it super clear, we're going to build out a mind map as we go. Think of it as our blueprint for this whole explainer. All right, first things first. The journey to really knowing someone, it doesn't start with some clever technique or a magic trick. Nope. It starts with a fundamental choice you make about how you even show up in the first place. And that brings us to the first major branch on our mind map. Are you a diminisher or an illuminator? And the contrast between these two is, well, it's stark. Diminishers, they're pretty much all about themselves, right? They're quick to stereotype, to judge, and they just have a way of making you feel small. But illuminators, they're the complete opposite. They are driven by this active, genuine curiosity. They approach you with respect, seeing you as this fascinating mystery to unfold. They are the ones who make you feel seen, valued, and truly understood. So it's a good question to ask yourself. Which one are you most of the time? There's this classic story about Winston Churchill's mother that just perfectly illustrates the difference. It gets to the very essence of what an illuminator is. See, it's not about dazzling people with your own brilliance. Not at all. It's about creating a space where other people feel like they are the most brilliant, most interesting person in the room. That's that Disraeli effect in action. I mean, check out this amazing story about a woman named LaRue Dorsey. She was 93 years old and known for being this really stern, tough disciplinarian. But one day, an illuminator friend greeted her with just this overwhelming warmth and love. And in that moment, her stern face just vanished. And in its place appeared what was described as a joyous, delighted 9-year-old girl. It's incredible, right? A different kind of attention literally called forth a completely different person. Okay, so once you've really leaned into that illuminator mindset, the next step is to widen your lens. This brings us to the second big branch on our map, seeing the whole person. And that means not just on their best day, but also in their real moments of struggle and their moments of strength. Think about it. When someone we care about is in pain, like, say, a friend who's really suffering from depression, our first instinct is usually to offer solutions, right? We want to try and fix it. But so often, the most powerful gift you can possibly give is just your presence. It's not about what you say. It's about simply witnessing their experience and offering that profound comfort of knowing they're not alone in their struggle. As Stephen Fry once put it, you don't have to have all the answers. Your job isn't to be their therapist. It's simply to be there, to accompany them through that darkness. And that right there, that's a truly profound act of connection. But seeing the whole person isn't just about the hard times. It also means understanding what makes them, well, them. Their unique strengths, that core energy they bring, their fundamental personality. It's every bit as important to understand what makes them shine. A really fantastic research-backed framework for this is the Big 5 personality traits. And look, this isn't about boxing people in. It's just about understanding their general tendencies. Like, are they energized by going out and seeking rewards, or more by calm and quiet? Are they naturally super cooperative or a little more hard edge? Just knowing where someone tends to fall on these spectrums gives you this incredibly powerful lens to see the why behind their actions and motivations. Okay, so we've got the mindset down. We have that holistic view. Now, let's add our final branch to the mind map and get super practical. We're talking about the actual skills you can start using today to have way better, deeper conversations. And here's the really crucial point. A great conversation, it's not a debate. It's not just a series of monologues where you wait for your turn to talk. It's more like a dance. It's two people exploring an idea together, building on each other's thoughts. And the absolute foundation of that entire dance is being a truly phenomenal listener. So how do you do that? Well, here's a super simple, really memorable acronym to help you. SLANT. It stands for sit up, lean forward, ask questions, nod your head, and track the speaker with your eyes. These are just simple physical actions, but they send a powerful signal to the other person's brain that you are 100% present and engaged. It's basically an invitation for them to open up. Oh, and here's a total game changer. Most of us, we're absolutely terrified of silence in a conversation, aren't we? We rush to fill any empty space. My advice? Don't. A moment of pause is actually a gift. It gives the other person, and honestly, you too, the space for a more thoughtful, deeper idea to surface. Seriously, try it. Next time, just count to 3 in your head before you respond. It's like magic. And there we have it, our completed mind map. We started by making that conscious choice to be an illuminator. Then, we moved on to seeing the whole person through both their struggles and their strengths. And finally, we equipped ourselves with the practical skills of having a great conversation. You can see, this isn't just a random collection of tips. It's a whole new posture, a new way of being with other people. You know, all of this really leads to a powerful redefinition of what wisdom even is. It's not about being the sage on the stage, the person who has all the answers and doles out advice. No, true wisdom is being the guide on the side. It's the skill of witnessing someone's story so attentively and so respectfully that you actually help them find their own answers. It's about being a coach, not a king. Ultimately, this whole thing, everything we've talked about, it all boils down to one simple, powerful action. The skills are great, don't get me wrong, but they are all in service of one thing, giving the greatest gift one person can ever give another, and that's the feeling of being truly seen, heard, and understood. So I guess the only question left is, who are you going to make feel seen today?